Welcome back to my channel, guys, and today we're going to discuss advanced tools and techniques for empowerment technology. Ako nga pala si Teacher Seo, Secondary School Teacher 2 of Angeles City Senior High School, Schools Division of Angeles City. So let's start! For today, we're going to discuss advanced tools and techniques for empowerment technology. So let's start. For our topic, we'll be focusing on productivity tools, functions, formula, and other Microsoft Excel features. So first, let's talk about productivity tools. Office productivity tools are applications that allow for the viewing, creating, and modifying of general office documents like spreadsheets, memos, presentations, letters, personal databases, form generation, image editing, and many more. Office productivity tools also include applications for managing employee tasks. Two of the most known office productivity tools are Office 365 by Microsoft and Google Suites. So, Microsoft Excel is the industry-leading spreadsheet software program, a powerful data visualization and analysis tool. So, we'll focus here more. So, the first thing we're going to discuss are formulas. A formula is an expression that operates on values in a range of cells or a cell, while function is a predefined formula. So, here's our Microsoft Excel. So if you notice, we have your ribbons, we have your tools, your name box, here, you have your formula bar, you have your cells, columns, rows. So how many rows? It's until 1,048,576 rows, while columns are until XFD. So how will you know what cell are you? Look at the name box, or simply looking at the intersection of the column and the row, like this one, B3, C6. Okay, so formula is based on mathematics. So in programming, we usually use variables like input 1, input 2, then we put numbers like 6 and 5. For example, in mathematics, we have, for example, sum is equal to input 1 plus input 2. So if you will look here, sum is equal to 6 plus 5. And then, sum is equal to 11. So here, you can do is equal sign 6 plus 5. So it will Excel will compute it for you immediately. So for example, this one. Okay, the problem here is whatever values that I will put here, 7, it will not change the answer because you're using constant value. So how will you go around this one? So we'll use the cells. So equal sign, you click your cell, put an operation, you click another cell, and then there's your answer. Okay, let's do it in difference, in subtraction. Okay, equal sign, input 1 subtracted to input 2. So there you have it. Product, equal sign, input 1 multiplied by input 2, and lastly division or quotient. For division, we have equal sign, first value divided by the second value, or input 1, input 2. Okay, there. So those are just some basic ways on how to use formula. And also remember that Excel is following the MDAS rule. Okay, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Then it also follow the PEMDAS rule. Parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay. And then we have functions. Function is a predefined formula with a friendly name. In programming, it's called function also, and they are using reserved words. So how will we do this one? Let's say we have multiple numbers like this, okay, at random. Okay, so the first function that we're going to discuss is sum. Okay, so I have a set of numbers here, and I'm going to find for the sum. Instead of adding it one by one like this, Okay, and it's tiresome or tiring. I will do is equal sign, right? Type the first letter, and if you notice, Excel will give you a lot of reserved words that are functions already, predefined functions. So you just type sum, tab, and you notice the syntax is there. So you can do, if these are the things that you want to add, you just click and drag everything. A1 colon A8 means anything in between A1 and A8 are going to be added. So there. Okay. What if you only want to get the sum of numbers in even rows? Okay. You can do is like this. Sum. Press your control button. Click on your values. So there. It's the same with the add values. Okay. And vice versa. Then we have mean, okay, or minimum. Mean is used to get the minimum value of the number within the range. So basically, how will you do this one? Let's get the minimum value. Okay. Equal sign mean, parenthesis, you select, just like in sum, you select all the values and you get the lowest value, regardless of how many are they. Okay. And then we have max, the counterpart of mean. Okay. Max function is to get the maximum value from the range of values. It has a format of equal sign max, range of values. So go back to our Excel. So equal sign max, parenthesis, select everything. Okay. So the max value is 8. And then we have average. Okay. If you want to get the average of the values, you use the average function. It's the same as your addition. Okay. So equal sign average, parenthesis, select everything. In mathematics, you need to get the sum first, and then you need to divide it by the number of values that are there. But in average, it will automatically do it for you. Okay. You can use sum then count, okay, or you can use sum divided by the number. Okay, anything will be possible. Okay, just make sure you know the functions that you're going to use. Again, sorry, here's the average. Select everything and then enter. You get the average of the values. And then we have count if. It will count if the criteria is there. So let's say count if equal sign count if the range of values has a criteria of 3. Okay, there. Okay. Range of values, criteria of 3. So if I click enter, 1, why? There's a number 3 here. Okay. And then we have sum if. It will add everything with the same value. Okay, so let's check this one. Sum if, equal sign sum if, range of values, criteria is 1. Okay, so there are 2 1s, so they will add it, so it will be 2. And then if, this is very interesting. Okay, so I'll go to another cell or another sheet for this one. Here. So let's say first grading, second grading, third grading, and fourth grading. I'll do if statements first. So 85, 75, 90, 91. Or 95, for example. Okay, let's see if this one is pass or fail. Let's make this one a 60. Okay, so the criteria here is it should be 75. The passing grade is 75. Okay, I'll not be using a constant value of 75 so that we can still use it over and over again. Okay, so if equal sign if, open and close parenthesis, okay, your value to be compared is less than 75, your another value, okay, your true statement is failed. I'll explain later. And if it's false statement, you passed. Okay, before I click enter, this is what happens. First, it will look at your condition. Okay, is B1 less than F1? If this condition returns a true value, it will go to your true clause, which is this one, and display the word failed. If B1 is less than F1 and returns a value of false, it will show what is written on the false clause. So in this case, it will return pass because B1 is higher than F1. Okay, so if you want to do the same, you're just going to drag it down. The problem here is there's a mistake on your code, okay, on your function, because F1 is not constant, it will move. So F2, F3, if it's going down, it will increase in the row number. If it's going left to right, it will change the column letter. So what we will do, we will use wildcards. Wildcards, like a number sign, have a certain function wherein it will stop at the cell where you put it. So $F1, $F, $1, drag it down, and if you notice, it doesn't change anymore. Okay, except for the part where the value is coming from. Okay, the first one. And then we have nested ifs. So what we will do, with honors, with high honors, with highest honors. Okay, so the range here is 90 to 95, and 94, 95 to 97, 98 to 99. So we're going to use if statements, but now it will have a lot more ifs, or what we call nested if. So equal sign if. It's still the same. Your condition is less than, say, if it's, greater than. If it's greater than 97, I'll explain later why 97. Then your value would be this one, with highest honors. If false, we have another if statement. So again, this one, B1, is greater than 94. Our statement will return with high honors if it's true, and if it's not, another if statement. So condition again, this is 89 now. It will return a value of with honors, and if not, there would be a space. I'll explain it first. Why 97? Because the lowest value for with highest honors is 98. So the statement should be true. Okay, so B1 is greater than 97. If it's true, it will display the value with highest honors. If not, it will go to the if statement. If B1 is less than 94, if it's true, it will display with high honors. And if it's not, it will have another condition, which is B1 is greater than 89. It will display E2 if it's true, and a space if it's not. Again, we're going to use wildcards so that it will not change its position. Okay, let's see. 85, 60, 90. There we go. We have with honors, which is correct. 95 is with high honors. So that's how we do the code. Okay, so again, here is our nested if statements for this part of the Excel. And then we have flash fill. Flash fill automatically fills in values. So I'll add another sheet, and let's say respondent 1. Respondent, sorry. Okay. Another trick for Excel is you select it, it will auto generate the other parts. Okay, so let's say we have 80 and all of them answers 80. So what we will do, we just select this one by making it active cell, go to data and look for flash fill. It will automatically give the data to all corresponding rows. Okay, so that is very quick. And then we have charts. Charts are very important, especially when you're dealing with data. Okay, when you're presenting your data. So what I will do is I'll show to you data from one of my research. So that you can appreciate what charts are doing. So here, so here's my data. Okay, what I will do basically is select everything. Sorry. Here, I'll just remove the text wrap. Okay. I'm not sure why I can see my selection. So from here until here, I will select and go to insert charts. So whatever charts that I want. Let's say I want bar graph. So here's my bar graph. Whatever I selected will be put on my chart. So here, if I change something like 8, it will automatically change. Let's say I want to use a pie graph. Okay. During my high school days, if you're going to use pie graph, you need to compute for the percentage, and automatically you need to convert the 360 into that percentage. So here, if you notice, the value is 71. There's a 61% already. You don't need to compute for it anymore. Okay. So that is how we use Excel most of the time. Okay. So remember, if you're going to deal with numbers, you use Excel. But if you only deal with words, you use MS Word, unless you're going to use it in presentation. So again, be inspired. Imagination is more important than knowledge, according to Albert Einstein. So with that, I hope you've learned something, and we'll see you again next time.